What's going on, man? I'm back here for another cut, another video. First, I want to give a shout out to my guys Walter Cullen and William Holloway. Apologies to those guys, man. I'm not able to make the podcast tomorrow just because I have work. And it was one of them things where we was planning on doing this thing for a while now, but guys is busy with stuff, so we had to keep pushing it back. But we had a set time for Saturday, but unfortunately I work at that time, man. So hopefully y'all can take this video when it's out, man, and clip it up and throw some segments into the podcast, man, just so I can be there in spirit. So again, man, shout out to y'all guys, man. Doing big things, man. Go get the book. I Just Need a Minute. But yeah, man, life is good right now, man. We trying to just work hard, do what we do at my job, and come home and take care of the family and spend time with the family, man. So that's basically what takes up all my time, and I can't complain, man. So in terms of the video, before I get into anything, man, shout out to Bam Adebayo. My man scored 83. I've heard good, I've heard bad about it. At the end of the day, I don't feel any type of way about it. He scored 83. They won the game. On to the next. I know it's a lot of, Kobe fans out there who, in their feelings saying, oh, you didn't do it the same. I mean, true. But, hey, I don't take it that serious. Like at the end of the day, man, I got a lot going on in my own life. And I find it just kind of weird, to be honest, that some people is losing their minds over, a regular season basketball game that ultimately was a blowout. So again, shout out to Bam Adebayo. Our Bucks, man, Lord be with us. We need some prayer right now. I feel like we had some momentum when we got Cam Thomas, and I feel like we had a little energy and a little buzz. Giannis came back. We was starting to get back on track. And now we kind of falling back to old habits, man. So hopefully those guys can, figure it out and pick it up. But in terms of the video, man, I just, it's funny because me and my guy Chuck Smith and Mike Taylor, had a very back and forth boisterous conversation on social media last week. And I had dudes call me up like, bro, you straight? Like, everything all right? I'm like, yeah, they're my guys at the end of the day, man. Dudes should be able to talk and disagree peacefully without, anything crazy happening. And that should be normal, especially, in our community. But again, much love to those guys, and what they do in the community. Mike, what he's doing at the schools, and, just letting his voice be heard. And Chuck, just him on the court, coaching and training and leading young men. So again, salute to both of those guys. And in terms of like what we was talking about, the one thing I do want to say is I understand that, black people in this country went through certain things. They dealt with certain barriers and certain obstacles that were set up to put us back and set us back as a people. I will never for 1 second deny that or act as if there aren't certain people today that don't want to see or that want to see black people not in certain positions. I'm not going to deny that. I feel like I'd be foolish and delusional to deny that. But the point I was making in 2026 is that there have been enough people in our past who have sacrificed and done certain things and fought for certain black people, not certain black people, but for all black people to have certain opportunities in this country. And I think the disconnect that I had with those guys is, yeah, there might be some adversity, some hardship for black men in this country, but to lead off with that energy as the first thing a young man hears, I think it creates a hopelessness. If you've been told all your life that the white man wants to hold you down, you're going to be behind, there's going to be certain barriers set up for you to where you can't make it, They racist. They trying to keep you down. If that's all you heard, I feel like it can create a sense of being comfortable with being less than. And that's something in my life that I never want to be comfortable with. I never even want to hear that, to be honest. I feel like if I'm a young man and I want to figure out what I want to do with myself and I don't quite have a direction in line for me, I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna try to network and talk to people who've made it. And I, in my life, being fortunate to get into the trucking industry, want to be somebody who provides hope in a sense of you can do it, in terms of like black men in the community, not even just black men, but just young men, period. Like the path I took in life, I went to college, a 4-year college. I got my degree and wanted to work white collar. But unfortunately, when I got a job in white collar and realized that it wasn't for me, I had to take a different path. And I was able to get led into trucking, which was a crazy story in itself. But I was able to get into trucking and do pretty well for myself financially and carve out a nice career for myself. I was able to purchase a home, get married, and have kids in Milwaukee. And it's possible. And that's the biggest thing I was trying to stress to Mike and to Chuck. Like, yeah, there are certain people in this world to this day who don't want to see black people succeed. But there are so many tools and resources and black people who have done it that can be a force to help, trailblaze a path for a lot of black young men that's on the come up. Like I said, just with the trucking industry, man, if you young, you ambitious, you eager to work hard, you not lazy, you can get up every day. It's a place for you in trucking. You know what I'm saying? You can put the weed down and you can dedicate yourself to a craft, man. It's an industry and it's a job that can change your life. It changed my life. And you don't need a fancy degree. You don't need, 12 years of college to do it. And that was the point I was stressing to Chuck. And trucking is just one industry. I feel like there are a bunch of industries in America today that you can enter in straight out of high school, dedicate yourself, and like I said, carve a good career out for yourself to provide, build a family, and take care of the family. And that's the message I want to see pushed today. Yeah, like there are bad things out there, but when that's all you hear, that's all what the conversation is, man. It's hopeless to me. And I don't like to be around or hear stuff like that. Like, I'm a motivated person and I want to hear something that's going to uplift me, not just bring me down, man. And I feel like just in the black community, man, we so used to hearing trauma, to hearing that we oppressed, to hearing that there's no hope, that we believe that and feel like that's all we meant to be is less than. And again, like I can't reiterate it enough, man. I'm here to break that message and just spread a message of hope and positivity. And most importantly, like, having God in your life, Christ in your life, that's the foundation. That's the first thing you want in your life. That's your source of your strength. That's what you want to put your faith into. And then after that, man, leaning on good people in your life, friends, family, people who gonna sow, good seeds in your life. And then just having the faith and just dedication and motivation to want to get up and do something with yourself. It worked for me, it worked for my wife. That's the template I saw from my mom, my dad, my grandparents. Like, my sister was a big inspiration in my life in terms of just hustling, being active, keeping a job. Like, all those people sowed good seeds in my life. So despite whatever may be going on in the outside world, I could kind of block all that out and create my own path with some faith and just a little bit of determination. And like I said, that's just the message I'm here for today, man. To the young black men in the city, man, you can do it. You can do it, and there is opportunity, man. Don't let these messages and these certain narratives, man, detract you from, doing something with yourself. Help uplifting yourself so you can give back to your community, give back to your family, and just be a productive citizen. And just help grow the community and sow good things into the community, man. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm trying to do. And I know for sure that's what I'm trying to see my kids do. So yeah, man, that's the message, man. Try to keep it short and sweet on a positive vibe, man. And again, shout out to my brother Monte, man. He keeps faithfully comes, man, every 2 weeks for haircuts, man. I try my best to get Buddy right. Get his confidence high in the chair, man. I appreciate anybody who rocks with me, but my boy has definitely showed love over the past couple months, man. We hooped together when we was younger, and we was able to reconnect, just with me cutting hair. So, like, again, much love to my boy. He got one of the hardest hardest barbershop clips I think I ever heard, and I got to put it up on the wall somewhere, man. He said, man, she gonna want me after this cut. Hilarious. But again, man, shout out to Monte. Shout out to my family, man. Shout out to, my job giving me the opportunity, to make some money and provide for my family. And again, just giving thanks to God, who keeps all of this going. But that's all I got, man. I wish everybody the best, man. Y'all keep grinding, man. Keep staying focused and keep pushing. Into my guys, Holloway and Walter Cullen, man, we will get up soon. We gonna get the pod done. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. But again, man, this is Mark Pace with Cut Talk. I love y'all, man, and I'm out.